Yo, what up, guys? What up, everybody on Twitch? How you guys doing today? Welcome to this brand new episode of Demo Drop. And as you guys know, I'm not doing this alone. Right next to me, in a brand new angle without delay, it should be.
Welcome everybody.
Jorik van der Pol.
It's a new setting, so it's quite exciting for everybody here. We're now at the Instigate Club or bar. So we're doing now the demo drop from here today. So it's going to be special. I saw we got a lot of submissions again this week. So every week we're topping off the episode with better demos and better producers. So I'm really excited what this episode will bring us, Nick.
I think so too. I think it's going to be good, and I think there's a lot of people waiting to drop their demo. I saw some questions in the chat if you can still get your demo in this episode. Yes, you can. The answer is yes. Make sure that you click !demo drop, or that you put that in the chat. I can do it now for you. And this is how it looks like. Before we go on, I want to thank everybody for dropping all the support. Job Valkenburg, I saw you dropping some subs there. Direct, Roy Ron, thank you guys for the subs. It could be possible that we're missing some of these subs, but it's just about because we're focusing on something else. We're focusing on the demos today, but that doesn't mean that we're super thankful for everybody who is supporting the stream. We're trying to be as creative as possible. On Twitch, we're trying to do some new things. We've done some really crazy streams with table tennis. We've done the music bar.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And tomorrow there's going to be another new music bar together with Stream with Lean. Something you don't want to miss out. It's in the same bar, a little different kind of setup, but still, we're trying to be, inventive. Doing some music
and
stuff.
Also what I love about this episode now is that I have interaction with you.
Yeah.
And we're playing the demos over the live set here in the club. So if you have club records, we're gonna really hear how it will sound in the club. So that's another extra dimension here for this episode.
Annemieke, thank you very much for the 11-month sub. Leuk dat je er bent. For the people that are watching from the Netherlands, guys, this is gonna be mainly in English. Demo drop is always in English, because people from all over the globe are able to send their demos in. Once again, if you want to drop your demo, you can do it here in the chat or write !demo drop. We're super excited, and if you're here for the first time, then Eddie Dre, thank you very much for the sub. If you're here for the first time, this episode, and especially demo drop, is all about new music. It's about young producers, and it's about people who just starting out and want to know, if there's anything they can do on their track to make it better.
Yeah, and even if it's not the sound for Protocol, everybody in the chat is welcome to help everybody out with feedback, and it's like one big community that is talking about your music. So we're gonna listen to dance music, pop music, sometimes
everything.
We have rap music.
Yeah.
So it's
to the
also
Monkey Man.
Monkey Man is back.
The Monkey Man is back.
Maybe he's in the chat today, but yeah, it's all kinds of genres and styles. And also, apart from the sounds that are not Protocol, we also help them get in touch with a different label.
Exactly, yeah.
Once we had a demo that was more in the label of Kashmir, the sound. So we hooked that guy
sent
up
it to them
with the A&R of Kashmir, and then it's up to them what they're gonna do with the song. But it's also like, it's not we gonna collect demos for Protocol only. So it's like,
no, it's for everything.
We try to help, and if we find a nice demo, that's a bonus for everybody.
That's a bonus for everyone. But it's definitely not only about me or about Protocol, about Jorik. Maybe if it's your first time, Jorik is the A&R for Protocol Recordings, doing the music side. He helps me already since day one when it comes to my own music. And so we're more than happy to help everybody get their music out to the people that they want to put it out to. Maybe you want to put something out on Hexagon, Don Diablo. If you want to send something to Vintage Culture. If you want to send something to James Hype, maybe to Tiesto, to David. We are really happy to be sending this to everyone,
Yeah, we always try to help, and also Nick, I saw you were very busy last week in the studios. So tell us more about that.
I've had a really, really good week. We've done a production camp. We spent some time in the studio where we were actually locking ourselves up, making songs that we, like to make. This is not necessarily what works, or what, streams well.
Yeah, also more finding the new club sound, also for hopefully the festival season that will kick off, and Ultra Miami, where you're gonna play.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
Hopefully,
in March.
We're gonna put a lot of new stuff in your set.
We made some really crazy bangers, if you ask me, and maybe by the end of this episode, we can, show you a real small glimpse of something that we have done on that week. More than let's say 8 to 10 demos.
Yeah, more than that.
We produced that, yeah. Really, really crazy. Super productive. Meeswerk, leuk dat je er bent. Lean, very nice you're here. I see a lot of people in the chat. Job, Two Shades Music. Let us know in the chat where you're watching from. Let me know what country you're from. We would love to see where people are supporting the demo drop. I see Israel, I see USA, I see Holland, Norway, I see Germany, Italy, Serbia, Leeuwarden, California, Portugal,
Nice.
Brazil, Groningen, Ukraine. Oh my God, Lulu, thank you very much for the For the 5 subs? Look at this. India, Albania, Romania, Peru, UK. That's cool.
The whole world is watching today, so
crazy.
that's good. So maybe we should start off just with playing the first demos and see what
guys.
this week is gonna bring us.
If you're here for the first time, we have a special screen. I'm gonna share it with you right now. It looks like this. In the background, you see a piece of software called Verb. And this is the outlet that we have for your demo. Now, if you want to upload your demo, again, it's really easy. You click on the link in the chat right now, and you can upload it, and it will be uploaded automatically to this website here on Verb. We randomly select records from this piece of software. We have some favorites, and we can like records that we think that are, somewhat promising.
Yeah, and also sometimes we favorite or like a record in the episodes, and then after the episode we will get in touch with the people, even if they're not watching the stream today or maybe later. So even if you send over your music and you don't get played today, don't be scared. We will listen to all the demos afterwards.
Exactly.
And if your demo is really promising, or we hear you have a lot of nice production qualities, maybe we'll get in touch and maybe we can do more together on Protocol, even if it's not the track that has been submitted to Verb, but also more like for us is like exploring new talents and new artists. So that's very valuable tool for us.
Exactly. Okay, guys. Well, I wanted to start off real quick. We just randomly select songs on this platform called Verb. There is a couple of different sections. So we have the Explore, we have the Recommended page, which automatically generates links for us. Then we have the Favorites tab. That's something that the team can influence on, like they can favorite songs. And when I like a record, you get a heart with it, and that's on the liked section. So that's usually how it works. Let me switch back to the screen that you all can see now. I'm gonna mute the Spotify playlist, and we're just gonna scroll back here and forth just to see which one we're gonna start off with. Let me see. I'm gonna go to page 3. Maybe let's start with Crave View here, Kilowatt Tech House. I'm excited to play this one. Let me see if this works. There we go. Okay. Let me see where the guy is from. He is from the United States. 44 years old. Kilowatt. Crave View. It's the first record here on Demo Drop. Let's see. Very first record of the demo drop of today in this 10th episode. Kilowatt, Crave You. Jorik, give me your first thoughts.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting song to start the episode with.
Yeah.
I think the drums and the beat is pretty okay, but what I don't like personally is like the synthesizer is like pretty harsh, maybe a bit cheesy. But I also don't know what kind of genre this is exactly. Is it like gaming music, video music? Is like, I can't put a name on it.
I mean, for game music, I can hear this totally.
It's some sort of a Zelda kind of vibe
Exactly.
with the
Yeah.
synthesizers. But yeah, personally, I think it needs more layers and a bit more mixing to make it stand out, because it sounds a bit, how do you say, flat.
Yeah, it's a little bit flat.
It's a little bit flat.
And I think some of the sounds are a little bit random. So I think I'm not sure. I think also for him. Oh wait, there's something coming. Oh, it's a different key. I think this guy really understands how to sequence a song.
Yeah.
I think he needs some help on selecting the sounds and stacking them. And
it's a good start.
I think it's a good start.
And because it's also a different genre that we do, so we don't gonna judge on that. But I think it needs more balance. The breakdown is a bit too dark for the song, because the drop is pretty euphoric, pretty happy.
I agree.
And now it's like really deep techno kind
YouTube
of break.
tutorial music. Oshella Official is saying. Gilo Music, thank you very much for the sub. Low Music, what's up, Brazil? A very good first start. Also, I think a producer that could use some feedback. So, Craveview, here you go. This is our 2 cents. Everybody in the chat, feel free to just drop your first thoughts on this record. Just make sure that you keep it positive, as that's really important. We want to help people out. We don't want to bring people down.
Exactly.
So make sure you're positive and you contribute something to the record. Okay, Eric Norell is waiting. He produced a record. It's Progressive House from Sweden, 35 years old. And the record is called Baby Got Me Crazy. I'm excited for this one. Okay, Jorik, first thoughts.
Yeah, I thought it was not bad. I really like the beats and the bass. I'm not sure about the synth, because it's like a trumpet, or what is the sound?
I mean, I have no idea. Anyone in the chat knows what kind of sounds is playing in the drum?
It's synthesizer trumpet kind of
synthesizer,
sound.
yeah.
But overall, I like the builds, the snares. It's like, reminds me a bit of the old Swedish House Mafia vibes.
I agree. He's got the chords.
And the guy comes from Sweden, so that's makes sense. It's something in the water there. But yeah, I think it's not bad. Let's go to the drop. Yeah. I like the melodies.
I also like the vocal chops. I'm just not quite sure if it really works together yet, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's not there yet, but I do like the concept, and the melodies are pretty okay. The percussion can be better. It's the heads are pretty thin.
Let's see in the chat what people think. I'm gonna open the chat for you guys. Aber Extreme is saying, in my opinion, the drop could be sounding a little bit more full. It's a little bit empty. Gavin Feeler, probably a super solid that sounds like a trumpet. Job Valkenburg is saying, I would love to hear this on the main stage. Illuminate Music is saying, love the intro, would love to hear some more layers in the drop. I think he's got it right. Illuminate Music is saying exactly what I think. Rick Rain saying, nice, some chorus. Oh, the chat is going so fast. Some chorus under the lead. Two Shaders Music needs more energy. That's what Sagar Billy is saying. The intro is dope. Nick Panatoyo needs more energy. Cloud right DJ. I think he's right. We need more layers. I think that's exactly what it is, guys. We need a little bit more layers on this one. He's got the fundament, but he could use some extra layers in this. Maybe, a super saw, maybe some reverb on it, just to make it a little bit more epic.
Yeah, it's a good start. It's a good start. If I rate this one, I would give it a 6 out of 10.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think I would go maybe a 6.5. Chet, what do you think? Give it a good rating. Let me see. We got Monkia 28, Hesitation House. He is from Great Britain, 34 years old. I'm excited for this one. It sounds promising already. Let's go.
Intensely we wait hesitation. Intensely we wait hesitation. Intensely we wait hesitation. Intensely we wait hesitation.
All right, guys. I was just telling Jorik, I don't want to cut the track off, if you know what I mean. If you could describe this song and the vibe in one sentence, how would you do that, guys, in the chat? Let me know. How would you describe this song, this vibe in one sentence? Let us know. Guys, we really want to keep this playing, but we're gonna have to we're gonna have to move on to the next one. But I think, I know it sounds off. I know the record sounds off, but it's a vibe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's a one full story that's been told.
It's a full story, yeah.
It's like if you have like one big movie scene, from like driving in the desert, going to somewhere like something mystical. Well, this tune is on the
I agree. Yeah. Or you're in a car and you don't know where you're going.
Like a really old Chevrolet in the desert.
Yeah.
During sunset, this song is on.
And you're not sure if you're gonna survive yet.
Yeah,
you're not sure if you're gonna stay alive.
Maybe you get raped or drugged. Well, it's
what?
it's like no, not
Ik
that's
kan nu
what
een
I
grapje
meant.
maken over een aantal coaches, maar dat ga ik niet doen.
Let's do that. But it's like the atmosphere is like the tension. That's the right word. The tension is
the
like,
tension. Yeah,
is it gonna be positive or negative?
There's a tension.
I don't want to be to say like it's gonna end bad. So my excuses for that one.
No, that was funny.
But it was more like the movie vibe that gets.
I agree.
Me.
No, I agree. It's a little bit like a James Bond kind of vibe, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I see Niels laughing here.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So maybe you don't know, but this is the first time we do the demo drop from the bar.
Yeah.
And if we take off our headphones, we have a full 18-inch subsystem here, like in a real club with a real club sound here. So if we play a demo, it's not only on the headphones.
Yeah.
There's crew here sitting in front of us at the bar. This is like our Friday afternoon drink moment, if you know what I mean.
And also I think you get a much understanding of a song. Playing it on real speakers, sitting with you in a room as well. This also gives a better interaction for myself and to see you give your feedback and see your face reacting on the song. So
I agree. It was really great. Monkia28, I do wanna thank you for that demo. It was really crazy. Hesitation. Great Britain, 34 years old. We're moving on to the next one. Cloud Rider, Move to the Beat Tech House from the Netherlands. Let's go. Okay, Jorik.
Wow.
Thoughts?
This is really sick. I really love it.
Really good demo. Really good demo. Chet, what do you think? Move to the Beat by Cloud Rider from the Netherlands, 26 years old. Actually, a producer from probably not too far away.
Nice. It was really sick. I really like the energy in the record. Like it was
I think so too, yeah.
Happy, pumping, and also the step, the old school step.
The old school step was dope.
I really love that.
The one thing that I have to say though, it felt like the whole track had some reverb. Oh my God, Job, thank you very much for the 10 gifted subs to the community. Job Valkenburg, big shout out.
Nice.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that, much love. 10 Zeke Music, thank you very much for the tier 1 for 3 months in a row already. Guli, NL, much love to you, buddy. I really miss you. Hope to see you tomorrow here. Dronhype, thank you very much. Also part of the community. Thank you very much for the love, guys. Going back to the record, I really love the record. The only concern I have is I felt like the whole track had some reverb on it. That's the whole thing.
You thought so?
Yeah, I think so. Well, anyway, in the background, guys, Brito, Terrified. Let's go.
Terrified to see you.
Okay, guys, it's your Friday afternoon. Your weekend has officially begun. What a great demo is playing in the background, I gotta be honest. Chat, let us know what you think of this one. Terrified by Riro. It really is the sound of now, and I gotta say I'm a big fan already from this record. I'm gonna like this one for sure.
Yeah. I really like the bass, like the pop.
I think so too. It's very clean.
Reminds me of the what's the song again?
Oh yeah. Your Love.
Yeah, did you play it in the
Yeah,
studio?
Your Love. Yeah, Mark Knight. Your love is all I think about.
This is really dope. This will be like consideration for the label if we can develop it properly. I really like
love it. I think it's a great demo. Chet, what do you think? If you can rate that one right now, as we speak, what would you give it? What kind of number? Between 0 and 10. Riro, Terrified. From Brazil, obrigado. 22 years old. Man, I love that one. Tech House. Chat, let us know what you think. I see a lot of 7, 8. I see 7, 8, 9, 6, 9 out of 10. Nice. I see 8. I see 9. I see a big up. Drawn Up is saying 8. Babette is saying 7. TMI Ducky is saying 9. Fisher Music is saying 6. I see SVMPR Official saying 9 out of 10. Roll 9084 saying 8. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Lil Torn is saying a 6. Oh, I think there's people watching from Asia, all the way from Asia. Legend 9877. The poll is up. Rate it, guys. Let me know if you want to rate it in the poll. I'm going to make it a 10 for sure. I love that one. Lean, thank you very much. Thank you very much for stopping by. Enjoy your dinner later on. In the background, also another record, Afterlife by Soul NL. I think it's definitely worth it to listen to this one. Anyway, Brazil got some good ratings here. Riro, Terrified. Thank you very much for sending. In the background, Afterlife. Soul N. All the way from Russia. 22 years old. I love the vibe. Let's go. What's your?
So we were pretending to be around.
Yeah. We missed the first drop on this one as we were still speaking. I love this one. Afterlife by Soul N. What a vibe here. I see people in the chat talking about Ravi, my dog. They want to see him. Well, you're lucky because she's here. She's upstairs and I might grab her by the end of the episode.
Ooh. So
for now,
tuned.
let's do one more drop of this one. Afterlife, Soul N. What a vibe. It's the weekend, guys. It's the weekend. Okay, thoughts. Chat, you guys first. Give some feedback for Soul N. What do you think of this record? I think it's beautiful, honestly.
I see a lot of comments also saying it's something for Molecule.
Yeah, I agree.
It really has that melodic vibes.
Yeah, it has the Molecule vibe for sure.
What I do love is the chord progression, but in the second drop it's only coming later, so maybe it's more epic to do the chord progression right away on the second drop. I agree. I think that will be interesting.
So it drops in a chord.
The second drop, yeah. So they hear that.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's already dropping in a chord though.
Yeah, is this the second drop? I
Yeah.
thought the other one was.
Oh,
the
okay,
second
okay,
drop.
okay. Let's read some comments here. Standby DJ, great ARP and bassline. Tenzikuk is saying, I agree, needs more proggy than tag. Okay. Very chill, easy Mikey. Katarina is rating it 9 out of 10. Maybe a louder mix by Cloudrider DJ. It's probably not mixed or mastered, I think. I see, I love the atmospheric sound and lead by Imvolt Z. I see a progressive tech. I love it. Have to go for dinner. We'll come back later. Anamika, thank you very much. Enjoy your food. Very cool, progressive. Really nice vibe. Anjuna exploration stuff is Theo saying in the background. Naman, you're trying to fool us. That's a monocue in disguise. Dead Map music. That's funny, actually. It sounds like it. I want to switch back. Thank you very much for the comments. I want to switch back, and I hope you guys see my screen right now. I'm going to explore and just grab the latest submission. Just one. I just could probably upload it right now. Let's play it out. Joachim, Journey, Hansen, R&B, Mary. The genre is dance. No country, no age. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
I know a Danish girl, her name is Marie. She loves to party and to play Nintendo Wii. I want to be with her every single day, but there is only one thing that I have to say. Marie, Marie, why do you listen to R&B when you can play my song and you'll be dancing all night long? Oh Marie, Marie, why do you play the show what's up when you can be with me, so we can party till the sun goes up.
Bass Hunter, is that you?
Wow.
This sounds like Bota Anna.
Bota Anna. This is crazy.
Oh my god.
For the weekend, it's like, let's start the weekend right
But
away.
I'm telling you, if this was released like 10 years ago, or maybe 12, it would be on the radio.
But it's produced properly. It's not easy to
it's
make
not
this
easy.
kind of music. Oh,
Whoa,
the radio
whoa.
change.
Oh, wait.
My song, and you'll be dancing all night long. Oh Marie, Marie, why do you play that show what's up when you can be with me, so we can party till the sun goes up.
Hype in the chat, guys. Hype in the chat. Let's go. Okay, guys, you can say what you want, but it's properly produced. This is not easy. Like Jorik said, it's not easy to produce a record this way.
It sounds, even in the club, it sounds like a finished record already.
It sounds like a finished record that could be on radio.
And I'm curious if the vocals are original written on this song.
Yeah.
But I think so, because you can find these vocals on
No,
Splice.
I'm going to like it for sure. I see 50-50 times 2 is saying a secret song. He made it in 2006. I was his manager back in the days. The record labels didn't like it at Nicky Romero. Okay.
Oh, really?
Well, that's interesting. You can say what you want, but it's definitely well produced. I'm not sure if I would play it on Ultra, but still,
Oh, because it's like from back in the days.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it sounds really good. So also, like, if you have all the songs or all the productions, throw them in the chat, upload them up to Verb, and we'll listen to everything. And
Yep.
let's go for the next one.
I'll make sure I drop a link right now. Okay, ID. Rilo. Jorik, first thoughts.
Yeah, I really like the melodies of the song. I think the soundscaping and the sound design can be a bit better because it sounded a bit harsh, especially in the mids and the high ends. But yeah, you can hear he has an understanding of his melodies and his chord progressions. But I think the sound design will be the next step for him to improve, especially the synthesizers. And you hear the guitar plug in the break. It sounds a bit dated, so it can be updated a little bit to a bit more modern sound. And maybe it can use a vocal as well in the breakdowns, because the melody is pretty dope.
Yep.
Only the sound design is like, yeah, can be updated a little bit. So maybe work on your mix down and work on your sound design.
I think it sounds. One way to put it, it sounds like most of the sounds come from this plugin called Nexus.
Yeah, preset based.
Presets, a lot of hand-picked presets, and I don't know, maybe some loops here and there. I would definitely maybe have to make the decision to create some more unique sounding.
Yeah,
things.
because the snare fill and the uplifters are used a lot in different tracks. And also that we say a lot in this episode is try to create your own samples, try to create your own sound, because there's already a lot of people using the same uplifters and the same builds and the same presets. So you're not being yourself or presenting something new to the fans. Of course, you don't have to reinvent the wheel all the time, because you can use samples. Of course, everybody uses samples, but try to adapt it for your own project. That's the main feedback we always try to give to people.
I think it's also don't forget that mixing a record, mastering a record is really not easy. I mean, everybody can make a setup, but get it sound proper is really a lot of work. Sometimes I have the idea, but then the mixing and mastering stage takes me a lot of time. It's really not easy. So make sure that if you do records and if you make records, don't get demotivated if your record does not sound amazing in the first sight.
Yeah,
but it's about the idea.
That's also the soundscaping is important, not the final mix and master, because you can get help from that, from a mix master engineer or from a mastering studio. But the main sound won't change in a good mix master.
I agree.
Because that's something you do in the production. So if you work on your sound design and the mix master is not there yet, you can get help from a mix engineer or a mix engineer studios.
Yep.
But the sound design, that's the most important thing, that because they can change that in the stem, of course.
You can also just go to the website of Instigate Studios and get your record mixed. I mean, that's just a tip. And if you want to know more about that, make sure you go to instigate-studios.com. We can always help you with a mix down. Send your stems out, and we're more than happy to help you. And we actually help people out a lot that have great ideas.
Maybe I have an idea. I throw it in here. I'm looking at Niels as well. Maybe we can pick one song from this episode, and we help them here with Instigate Studios to get a mix master and send that back. Or maybe the next episode we give away one mix master from Instigate Studios.
I agree.
And it doesn't have to be released on Protocol something, but just we're giving away a mix master by
That's actually a really
Niels.
good idea, guys. Before we do that, we just have to talk to the engineer as well, see if he has time for it. But that's definitely something that I'd love to do.
He's putting his thumbs up, so we already have a giveaway in the pocket.
Guys, so by the end of this episode, we will give away a full stem mix mastered version of your track mixed here on the SSL by Instigate Studios. So if you have a record, you don't have to release it with us. Obviously, you have to release it in a way that you like it. We're going to give that away by the end of this episode. So stick around if you're a producer and if you want to have your record professionally mixed here at the studio at the SSL, and we're more than happy to help you out. Okay, by the end of this episode, we're going to give that away. So stick around. For now, thank you, Jorik. We have Ochoa waiting. He has a record called Call You Out. The song changed Elon Musk's life. That's what it says.
All right.
Let's go.
Fill my mind with thoughts of doubt, 'cause then I find I see right through the gold I saw was not the truth. Don't even try to lie, the shall I never buy. I'll call you out, yeah, I'll call you out. I've seen it all before, don't fool me anymore. I'll call you out, yeah, I'll call you out. through. The gold I saw was not the truth. Don't even try to lie. We shall I never buy. I call you out, yeah, I call you. I've seen it all before. Don't fool me anymore. I call you out, yeah, I call you.
Ochoa is in the chat here, guys. Show some love to Ochoa in the chat, guys. This is his record. Let's go. Demo drop Friday, the 10th episode. Let's do this. What a record.
First thoughts, Nick.
I gotta say, I think this guy is really starting to become a really great producer.
Yeah. Sounds really in that genre. It sounds really finished already. On some sort of a mix down feedback, and the high ends were a bit harsh.
I mean, I think some of the elements here in this record just were a little bit too aggressive for the vibe that he brings in the breakdown.
Yeah, but it was some sort of an aggressive pounding song, of course. But it was not big room. It was not. It's a bit of the Stamped sound. What kind of?
Yeah, maybe I would definitely send this to Martin Garrix for his label Stamped. I think this could really work on Stamped.
It was a bit between big room and the Stamped sound in.
I agree,
and that's positive because then he's adapting sounds and genres for his own good. So that's,
I agree.
So that's really a positive thing.
I think definitely this is something that Martijn would play on the main stage too. If this record is a mix and everything, then I think this could
it's
work
a peak
for
time
sure.
moment. I see a lot of flames on stage during this song. On the drop.
Exactly. I want to thank Be Fresh Games for 5 subs to the community. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Again, guys, thank you so much for the overall support. I'm sorry if you're a little bit late on some of the mentions, but we're focusing on the demo drop section here, and sometimes it takes away some of the attention on the chat. But definitely, I want to thank everybody for supporting it. We truly appreciate it. So I think I saw someone in the chat asking like, hey, what if I uploaded an older demo? Well, guess what? That's not really an issue. So I'm going to page number 7 here and pick a random number. You guys name in the chat. Give me a number and I'll count it down from the top. Let's do 1, 2, let's say 10, 12. Give me a number and the one that gets the most, that's the one I'm going to play. I see 5, I see 9, I see 3, I see 6, 15. Gully, you didn't listen, buddy. Okay, I think 4, 12, 7, 9, 5. I see a lot of 6.
Let's go 6.
Let's go 6. I see 7, 5, 7, 13, 3, 12, 9, 4, 6, 6, 6, 69. Okay, let's go for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, his email address is already in his name, so I'm really sorry. Exposed. Risky 153. Hustle. It's Afro House. Let's go.
Risky.
Elegant Empire. David O'Meal Productions.
You got nobody to help you, need to help yourself. Oh. You got nobody to link you, need to link yourself. Oh. Also, sweet too. You want me kind, you know the walk, oh. Eh, tell me how you go walk, oh. If you want get, you go walk, oh. No sleep and forget to. Get to. Do what you want, do. Time wait for nobody. That's my live like a day body. When you go, on so tight, you go shop tight. Stop living fake life. No time to share time. No go depend on somebody. You ginger yourself, fight for yourself. Ginger yourself, fight for yourself. Yeah. Work for money, make you work for money. Fight for money, make you fight for money. Work for money, make you work for money. No sleep and forget to try to get to. When you go, also. Alaye make you also. No go dollar mo. Swango. Ashari make you work hard. No go fuck up. Also. Alaye make you also. No go dollar mo. Swango. Ashari make you also. No go dollar mo. Got nobody to help you. You need to help yourself. You got nobody to link you need to link yourself.
Okay, chat, first thoughts. Even though it's not something that I could play in my sets, I think it's a really dope production, guys. I'm 100% positive that this record would be played on Dutch radio, on something like Phoenix.
Yeah, it sounds really vibey, and it sounds like the rap music and the rap beats nowadays on the radio. It's very also, yeah, I'm not sure what he sings. Can you hear?
He's from Nigeria,
Right.
22 years old.
Because sometimes I thought I heard something English, and sometimes I couldn't really understand what he was singing, so I was not sure which language he was. Singing.
He's from Nigeria, so I couldn't tell. Maybe people in the chat understand the language, but I couldn't. Okay, guys, that was a really good demo, if you ask me.
Yeah.
What was number 6? Risky Hustle. From Nigeria. That's a far way from home for us, but I think a really great demo. It's not something that we would play, and if I have to be technical, I think the record just has a little bit too much low frequencies.
Yeah, I agree with that. The bass was a bit like too much.
There's a really easy solution for this one. There's a plugin called SurfEQ, and the SurfEQ dynamically ducks some of the frequencies that are too dominant in the mix. SurfEQ, that could work really well on this record.
Yeah, especially like the sub is now overpowering the vocals, and you want to have the vocals as the main element in this track.
Exactly. Okay, we're going back to the favorites tab. Let me see. We're jumping from page 6, explore, to favorites. Let me see if I can show you guys what I'm doing here. Let's go for Make My Way Out. You're right, music, deep house. I'm down for some deep house. From the Netherlands, 18 years old.
Nice.
Let's do this.
Lately I've been contemplating every decision I've ever made. I know there's no right time to say this. I don't think you're the one for me. Dizzy, spinning. Sometimes it's too much. Take it easy. There's no need to rush. Is it all in my head, or is it all in my mind? Comparisons. Am I wasting my time? Trap myself in this cage. I need help getting out. I did this to myself, and I'll make my way out. All in my head, all in my mind. Comparison. Wasting my time.
What a great vibe in this record. Holy crap. Jorik, what do you think?
Yeah, I really like the bass end. It reminds me a bit of the Dober sound that we're doing on Protocol.
Yeah, it's super deep.
And also the vocal really fits the record.
I see a lot of people in the chat going crazy for this one.
Yeah, maybe we can like this one for sure. To not forget about this one. But yeah, you can hear he's like, you know what he's doing. You know he will get the energy right, and also finding the right vocal vibe on the track.
Yeah.
That's easy. That's not easy. Sorry, that's not easy to capture.
Not easy at all.
And he did it so really good.
Yeah, and he knows how to put a vibe. You know, getting the record right on the technical side, and also getting the vibe. That's tough. That's tough.
Because you can better have step 2 is have the vibe right in the record, and the technical side or people can help with, or the production can be tweaked. But if you have a really nice sounding production without the vibe and without the creative angle, you're losing out.
I agree. You're losing it.
You're losing it.
you're
so
losing
the most
it.
important thing is make something creative that gets the vibe right. And if it's not produced properly yet, don't be scared of that. That will come later on. But
yeah, it will
having
follow.
a creative idea, that's step 1 and the most important thing.
I'm going to read some of the comments here in the chat. Let me open the chat window here. Hooked in the first 3 seconds is always a win. That's what Nox Hardly is saying. Fractal Phoenix is saying, nice. Awesome vocal, Chris Voss music. Fractal Phoenix says, I love this. Opie says, let's go. Jacko Taku is saying, love it. This one is great. Fisher music, Matroda style. That's what Gavin Feeler is saying. This is massive. VINXE. And then we got Ten Zyke music. I love the vocal. Oof, nice. That's what Sul N25 is saying. Definitely good. By Denmat Music. Damn, my song Ghost is in favorites tab. I'm stoked. Well, Illumine Music. If you're in the chat right now, let's give you a little bit of an advantage here, because you're in the chat. You're watching right now. I gotta say, I'm stoked if I see that people come out, check out the demo drop when they know that their track is probably gonna be played. Let us know where you are in the chat so I can give it a play. I think I got you already, by the way. Ghost, Darling. Is that the one? Is that the one? Let me see. Is it this one? Ooh. Illuminate music. If you know, I don't know if you're still in the chat, but this is your record, buddy. Let's go. All right, guys. No. John Wick, is that you? John Wick, are you producing music now? John Wick featuring the Terminator, featuring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Did you guys just produce a record together? Is that what's happening? My God, Daleng, Ghost from Norway, 29 years old. What an incredible record. Oh my God, it's so different. Holy crap. This one really, really slaps. Let's do one more time, guys. Let's do this a little bit one more time. This is so different from what I normally hear.
Yeah, it's like dark, but still moody, and it reminds me a bit of Gestafelstein in a good way.
Oh my God. Yo, listen up, man. We gotta get this out to Hollywood, man.
Yeah, this is insane.
It's like Batman is on his way
To the final end scene of the movie.
He's on his way
Battling the villain.
He's on his way to demolish the Joker in the Batmobile.
And then you see on the end, he's walking away from a house, and then all the explosions are going. Then
So crazy.
Then this track is on.
The production is so different and it sounds so crispy.
I like the drums in this build
Me too,
part.
yeah.
It's like really Tom Hulkenberg, Junkie XL,
yeah.
Hans Zimmer kind of next level-ish. It's not easy.
Man,
Nice.
it's very rare that I get so excited about a record because it's so different. It's not like a sample that he took and it's very unique. It's different. It's creative. I have nothing else to say but what an amazing production. Daleng. Holy crap. It's really insane.
Let's like this one, and also on the consideration list for the Instigate Mix Master.
Yeah,
that
for
we're gonna
sure.
give away this episode.
For sure. I like this record for sure. Thank you so much, Illuminate, for sending this one. Daleng, 29 years old from Norway. Incredible. I have nothing to add. What an incredible production. Roy Orion, Riley James, Neon Skies is waiting for us in an instrumental radio edit. First of all, I want to thank you so much, Jade, for the raid. Outplayed by Jade, raided us. So much love. Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Jade. Hope your stream was well. Hope you had a good time. What did you guys think in the chat? We missed the vocal just yet, but what do you think of the production? Just give us some information in the chat. What would you say to the producer of this record? I think it's a really good fundament for a vocal. What do you think, Jor?
Yeah, it's like the right progressive anthem already. That needs a vocal, of course, to make it stand out. Because it's hard to play something like this without a vocal. Or you can make a mashup with an existing vocal or a famous vocal. But I think it's like a typical classic progressive anthem already.
Yeah, I agree. It's a typical gezellig nummertje.
Yeah, like Volta State back in the days. Reminds me a bit of Volta State in a good way. That's positive. Yeah. Like the euphoric, atmospheric Tomorrowland festival, hands in the air, waiting on the fireworks coming off on the final song of the festival. Without the vocal, so
yeah. This is like a typical ultra track. Everybody in the chat, let us know what kind of sound you want to hear on Demo Drop. Okay, guys, thank you so much for all the amazing feedback we got in the chat. The reason why we do this is because we want to help out beginning producers, beginning artists, people that produce their record but just don't know where to play it out or don't know where to get it to.
And also experienced producers. If you hear some of the demos, it's not like everybody is starting right away. Next time, if the demo is good or bad, we're going to put the soundboard on from Nicky. No, we don't want to be rude to people. But
No. It's all about bringing the positive vibes for sure, guys. We have a new record waiting for us. The artist's name is kind of hard to pronounce. Maybe you guys can see better than I do. It's YMVK8C8XY. That sounds like a password.
It's a really good artist name. So next on stage is going to be... What is going to be on stage?
Okay. Ladies of Tomorrow. Make some noise for YMVK8C8XY! Exclamation mark.
Let's go.
But you might as well have an amazing record, and that's, in the end of the day, all that matters. From Japan, Summer Dream House, 28 years old. Let's see what he has for us. I think I'm going to let the chat have a first word here, guys. Let us know what you think. Officially,
I think the vocal is in a different key.
Yeah.
So it's also good for people to analyze how keys are working. Yeah, don't. sorry. All right. How can we say this?
Sorry, but guys,
Yeah, it's not really in the key.
I'm
the
not sure
production
if
and the vocal and the melodies. So
I'm
that's-
not quite sure if I'm Rick rolled or not.
Yeah. No, I think he's serious because I hear some good elements in the back and. No, sorry.
no, sorry. I mean, Misty 1983, thank you very much for the sub. Listen, guys, this chat is all about the demo drop is all about giving positive feedback.
Yeah,
but some
and
of
also
the elements,
honest. It's off key.
but I just don't really know what to say. But maybe the second drop is better.
Yeah, maybe it is. Yeah. Without the vocal, it's better because
It's better
in the
without
key.
the vocal for sure. Yeah.
And the pianos in the verses and the breaks are also off key. So maybe get this drop, start with that again, and try to find the chords and the melodies and the new vocal in the right key. And there's also mixed in key. That's a tool where you can analyze the key of a song. Maybe that helps the person to.
Yeah,
if,
for sure.
If he has troubles finding the right key for his vocals and songs, maybe that helps him. Because now you hear the kick and the bass, that's in key.
The kick and the bass is in key.
And that's
The vocal
about
is a little bit off tune, but it sounds.
I like the hey. That's really Japanese. Asia,
Yeah, no, for
where-
sure.
where
But
it's
I
coming
mean,
from.
it's just like the vocal and I don't know, the vocal together with the melody. That's kind of in such a different key.
Yeah,
that
it's not a match. No.
exactly, it's not a match. Yeah.
So yeah,
I think if the vocal would be in a different tune, it would have been a different thing.
yeah.
Zoals een legende ooit zei, je kunt niet altijd 6 gooien. Zegt Stream with Lean, dat is zeker waar. Positive vibes, really appreciate producers trying to make their own vocals. Practice makes perfect. LVRN music, that's very, very true. But sometimes a combination of elements can make it sound. It can make it sound off key. And off key, if something is off key, I've had it once at Tomorrowland. It's just really hard because you don't really know how to react. And
Oh yeah, I
sometimes-
remember the set. I can tell about it. But
Exactly.
I
Yeah, you know what I mean,
know
right?
what
Yeah.
What you
Has
mean.
nothing to do with, it's just, I don't know. It's very, so I think what I would say though is I think the most important thing about producing a record is make sure that your track is in key with a vocal,
Yeah.
unless it's very much on purpose. So like with tech house records, sometimes on techie records, but I have a feeling sometimes people on demo drop also consciously send us something
Yeah.
that they know that we will react to live. You know what I mean? Because we've had it a couple of
Yeah,
times.
we had a Rickroll.
We had a
Like a
Rickroll
different
also
title and then
on stream. So I don't know
do-do-do-do-do.
exactly when people are being serious, and that's always why we try to give people positive feedback. But sometimes we do get Rickrolled, so it's really hard to
No,
tell
I
sometimes.
think this one was serious, but yeah, try to remove the vocal and
Yeah, I agree.
try it again. That's it.
I agree.
Let's go.
Yes,
for the
I did
next
tune a vocal on Tech House, but not for live reaction. That's what Kazek is saying. Let's go to the chat. Let's see what they say. I'll give you vocals and lyrics if you want. James K 2222. Please do. We always like to hear from new writers, song producers, record producers, all of that. Make sure you join our Discord. Check out the chat, guys. It's where we communicate. Actually, I gave away a new version of the Kickstart 2, a license last week to some producers that were in the Discord producing
really?
music,
Nice.
running into issues with their sidechain. I gave them a key to the brand new Kickstart 2 that's coming. All of those things are happening in our Discord chat. Don't forget to join because we do play a lot with followers, with subscribers, but also it's a lot about music production, about the latest series and all of that. Yeah.
Be part
It's
of
really
it.
fun.
Don't miss out.
Do Kickstart 1 owners get a Kickstart 2 license? What KT Master 24 is writing? No, unfortunately not, because there's so much development and so much money that goes into Kickstart 2 to develop a better version of Kickstart itself that it's not free. And so we have to make it like a new product, if you know what I mean.
But the upgrade from 1 to 2 is less expensive than buying the
I have
2
no
right
idea,
away.
actually.
I think that was going to be the
Okay, maybe that's the case. Maybe it's going to be like you get like a small discount.
on the update,
Yeah.
on the upgrade. If you already have Kickstart 1, so
Right. That makes sense. I'm not really great in the business side of things, but I think that's definitely a good
it's
option.
an insane plugin, and that's the thing that counts. And I think a lot of people will help it in the process to get the sidechain and even more like yeah, you can tell it better what Kickstart can already do apart from Kickstart.
Yeah, no, we have a special episode of Demo Drop devoted to the new Kickstart that's coming.
Oh, great. The next episode.
Before we do that, we have another new amazing record, I hope, by Tomek Hulka. Music Set Me Free, Tech House. 22 years old. Let's go. Demo Drop. Alright guys, this is a really cool example because I think this groovy record is really, really well produced. It's kind of an up-tempo Disclosure record.
Yeah, Disclosure on steroids. I like the kick in the low ends. It's pretty.
It's a really good example of a demo that the vocal is off also at some parts, but you can tell that it's
a style.
It's intentional. Yeah, exactly. So this is a really good example of a record that has a vocal that's not in key with the record, but it kind of works together. If you know what I mean.
The edge on the record.
Yeah.
Like the vocal that's like against the.
Yeah.
It's like on the edge. It's still okay, but you can hear he's like. No, he knows what he's doing.
He knows, yeah, exactly. Jorik, do you have the chat in front of you?
Yeah, I have the chat here.
Okay. Guys, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Jorik is gonna read out some of your replies in the chat, so don't forget to
Maybe you
give
can
some
lower
feedback.
the volume of the track, then I can read on some comments from the.
Jorik is gonna get into some of the comments on this record. I'm gonna replay it real quick to make sure. There we go. It's the latest submission of today, guys. Tomek Hulka, Music Set Me Free. Jorik is gonna run through some of the comments in the chat. Don't forget to drop your comment right here, right now. Give me a second. I'll be back.
So maybe, guys, if you have some questions about the label or about A&R side of things, drop it in the chat and I'll try to answer some of your questions. So drop some questions now and we'll take a look on my iPad here. So I see Din and Vic also in the chat. Welcome, guys. If you guys have questions about Nicky, about the label, about Protocol Recordings, about Instigate Studios, drop them now here, and also about the how do you say, the A&R side, how to submit your demos or what's good and what's bad to do in sending emails to A&R. So drop your questions and I'm gonna look it up right now. I see anything new with Molecule. Well, we have something special planned in March, so that's next month. So take care about that. And also in Nicky's Ultra set, we're gonna premiere a lot of new music that we've created in the production camp as well. So keep an eye out for that one as well. Are you guys, I see New Wave NL, are you guys looking for a specific genre on Protocol? Well, of course we're looking for dance records. We're not looking for one genre specific because we do radio tracks, we do groovy tracks, we do progressive house tracks and electro tracks, but the main thing is the quality has to be there. It should be playable for Nick in his sets as well. And for the rest, back in the days, we only, like 2012, 2013, we only released like really progressive, hard festival tracks on Protocol. And now we try to be a bit more diverse, also for streaming and also for Nicky's sets and also for the radio show. So we try to have a nice diverse spectrum of songs that we can release on the label. How often do you give producers record deals? Milterino. Well, actually, we don't do exclusive record deals with artists because we think with Protocol, if an artist is happy to release a song on Protocol and with us, and they want to do multiple songs, we are always open to release it with them. But we don't want to say to an artist, hey, you can only sign with us and without another label, because then you also give an artist some expectations that everything's gonna work out for them. And of course we want to experiment also. If we have an artist releasing a few records here and there and on different labels, that's also good for them as an artist and as a brand to expand a little bit more. And also my feedback for an artist would be avoid also release on 20 labels or 15 labels, because sometimes you see an artist releasing like on too many labels. That's also not really a good look. But also it's good to release on 2 or 3 labels and just be a face of the family of a record label. I think that's a really positive thing to do. You don't have to force to release only on one label. I see Denmark Music. I'm curious, has Protocol ever released a song produced by a girl? Well, actually, we released tracks from Laura van Dam. She's a really cool and talented producer from the Netherlands. I think, well, it's still coming. I think in 2 weeks we have a new Sister Caps record. There are 2 Italian girls. So, yeah, definitely we try to release tracks from different girls and females in the artist scene, because we don't want to only focus on males producing music. So we definitely are open and doing releases from female artists. So it's a really good question. I see Rhymes Music. How long should we wait on reply after submitting a song to Protocol Recordings if we haven't had a response in a month? Well, you should always give a label some time to reply to your demo, because sometimes we also get demos from artists and after one day they remind again, hey, did you listen to my demo? You don't also want to be like
too pushy.
To get on the nerves of an A&R, because an A&R, and not only me, but like in general, gets a lot of demos, maybe sometimes 50 a day. And sometimes they listen all the demos, but they don't have time to reply to them all. So even if like you can send a reminder after 2 weeks, send a kind reminder, and then again after another 2 weeks, try it again. If you don't have a reply, don't try to force him all the time to get a reply. Just wait on the next song and the next release, and always be kind and humble. I think that's the best thing to do, because sometimes we have the issue like if we don't react for a day, they're gonna put a Facebook chat message on, they're gonna DM you on Instagram, they're gonna send Snapchat, hey, did you listen to the demo? Then you already are on the wrong path with an A&R. And
it's a little bit too much.
It's too much.
It can be a little bit much.
Don't be too pushy. It's like finding the right balance, because you need to make sure they saw your message or they heard your demo. But also don't be that guy that is like, if they see an email from you already, oh, that guy again. It's like really irritating. So you need to find the right balance. Be humble, and also give an A&R some time to reply.
Cut us some slack, guys. That's what Jorik is saying.
No. Yeah,
I think the most important thing is that there's a lot of demos being sent, and you want to give some good feedback to the people that take the time to send their demo out. So don't get too pushy if your record is not, doesn't have a reply just yet. Jorik, thank you very much for the feedback.
Fun. Maybe we have 1 or 2 questions more to do, and then we dive into a new demo again.
Okay, guys, give us some questions that you want to ask in the chat. Meanwhile, maybe we can answer them. I'm just gonna put some of the last records on here.
Let me see if we can
maybe
find
like
a nice
a tech
one.
house, maybe a tech house record in the background. I see one. Is it normal to get no reply at all from labels, not even a rejection message or feedback? That's what Sam Lamari is asking. Well, honestly, I think a lot of the labels are just a little bit understaffed right now. A lot of the labels get too many demos and they don't have enough people working for them, employees that are able to respond, like to reply to the messages that are getting in. So I think if I would speak for a lot of labels, not only for Protocol, in their defense, maybe a little bit, that a lot of them would love to answer all of the emails, like Jorik has said, personally and quickly, but there is just not enough people to reply. There are so many people making music these days, and there's only so little people that have the time to actually get into the production. But
yeah, and also that's why we also started the demo drop, and we work with Verb, because it really helps us to filter out the demos and to make sure we play, not replying to every demo, but at least play every demo that we get. Because
exactly, yeah.
Because if we hear something really interesting in the song, or we hear you have really good talents, we'll get in touch with you, even without replying or even without sending an email. You just submit the demo on Verb, and you don't have to write like a really long email saying that you have a dog and played an instrument and have like your whole history in one email. That's
levensverhaal.
Yeah, that's also sometimes too
your
much.
Your whole
for
life story.
Because an A&R has like 5 seconds to open the mail, see what he's doing, he clicks the link, he listens to the song, and if he's really think, oh, this sounds interesting, then he will reply to you and get back to you. But yeah, avoid writing your whole life story.
I see a real good question here by Fantarka. He is asking, does your social media presence get taken into account for a final decision? For example, followers for a brand. Fantarka, I don't think so. Honestly, I like to discover new talents that have no following at all. Or maybe very little following, because they're the ones that are undiscovered. And I think it's much cooler to bring an artist that no one has heard of yet than an artist that already has 100,000 followers. So I would say it really does not matter how many followers you have. It's about the quality that you deliver. It's about the idea. It's about the creativity. Exactly. And really not about the social presence that you have. It's a good question, though.
Yeah, step one is like, what is the song? How can you produce it? And it's a bonus is he has a nice following.
Exactly.
Because it's a big reach for a record.
Yeah.
If you have a big following and your song is shit, well, then it's still
nowhere to go.
Not a good song.
For sure.
So you need to see it more as an extension, as a bonus on the record, but it's not like the final goal already on the song.
I agree. And don't forget, guys, when I started out as a producer, I would send my demo to a zillion labels, and I would get almost no response. Until there was one day, there was a guy, his name was Matt Skills, and he was one of the friends of a Dutch DJ producer called Gregor Salto. And he actually replied, and he had a sub-label called Masol together with Gregor Salto, and he was able to release my record back in the day. It's called Function 1, and he said, I'm going to call you tomorrow, send me your phone number. And I was waiting the whole day for his phone call, the whole day, and then it took another 2 days. Can you imagine how stressful that was for the 2 days?
But it's like you need to have one starting point, and then every step is one step closer to the next step, and it's like a snowball getting bigger.
Exactly,
and then you get in touch with Fede, you get in touch with Chesto and Geta, and then 1 and 1 is 2, and then it was 10, and then it was 100, and then it was 2000.
Well, I mean, there was one piece of advice I got a long time ago. I would say 12 years ago, and you only need 3 steps to the queen. That's what they say. So if you know, let's say 1 or 2 guys in the industry that support your record, they know a bigger artist and they know a bigger label, and as soon as you tap into their network, it's really easy. Like, for example, if you have the right record, and for example Tiesto would be interested in playing it, then I can easily send it to Tiesto. I mean, I can't promise that he's playing it, but he might as well see it and then maybe play it. For example, the other day, I think last week, I got an edit of a guy named Marvo, and I got to know him through Demo Drop here on Twitch. He made an edit of one of Tiesto's older records, and he replied instantly. So I sent it to Tiesto because I thought it was a good edit. And Tiesto said, well, it's an amazing edit. Maybe he could work a little bit on the mix down. But that's how it goes, and that's what I can.
He played it. I saw it on Marv's socials that he played it.
Oh, he played it.
So you and Chesto played the song, and you were the only supporters of that bootleg. So
right. Yeah, that's what crazy. I mean, it's crazy to see, but what I can do, I can send your record, if I believe in your record, to the person that you think that needs to hear it. But that's all I can do, basically. It's not like I can force anyone. If I can help anyone, then I would do it. But in the end of the day, it's about the idea. It's about the record, not about any following. I think it's time to dive into another record, guys. What kind of sound do you want to hear? I'm going to make a poll here real quick. Sound, progressive, tech house, deep, pop. There we go, guys. The poll is up. Let us know what you want to hear. Vote for your favorite sound.
Let's go.
It's currently up. Let us know what you want to hear on Demo Drop. I will play a little bit more of that and filter it on genre. And if the genre is not part of the poll, that's because I only had 5 options, guys. Oh my god. There is a lot of people voting for Progressive House, so I think for now it's gonna be a new Progressive House record. Let me see if I can find one. Okay, I'm gonna dive into favorites here. Let's see what we have. Any Progressive House record, and there we go. We got Roy Orion, Neon Skies. Oh, that's, I think that one we played already. Pauli Gabrielli, Burning, a Progressive House record from Czech Republic, 26 years old. Let's see. Well, honestly, I don't think it's progressive house. What do you think?
It's a new progressive house genre.
It's not really progressive house.
Dark progressive house.
It's not really progressive house, but it is a great take. I dig the vibe though.
I like the slowdown.
How would you define this style? Would it be electro house?
Ooh, I think electro house, the more darker side of electro house. Yeah, but first thoughts, Nick. What do you thought about this song?
I mean, I like it, but for me, it kind of falls in between something that I would play and something that I would appreciate in the car, if you know what I mean. It's for me,
it's a gray area.
This is kind of the energy for live.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit too aggressive for in the car. So I think the record falls in the gap for me a little bit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think I like the darker sounds and the atmosphere, but
me too. I love the darker sound.
I think it's a bit repetitive over time.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because there's no vocal, you only have an instrumental. Then you need to make sure it stays in how do you say? Interesting over time. But now it's lamp on.
Yeah.
I like the slowdown in this part.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
But it needs more. It needs a little bit more to make it appealing.
To keep it, to keep it appealing and interesting over time. I think it's dope. I just don't think it's progressive house, but a talented producer. It's really hard to to criticize art, but I think he needs to make a decision on, am I going to make a sound that people are going to play live?
Yeah.
Or am I going to make a song that is atmospheric and something that you would play on Spotify in the car or listening to?
Then it's missing the melodies.
It's missing the melodies a little bit, and also something that Eric Prydz does very well, or Prida. He has very few elements, but he works with effects all the time that keeps it interesting. And that's something that I miss a little bit in this record. Although I think it's a great take overall, and it's definitely Burning by Poli Gabrielli. I think it's Italian, must be. Thank you very much for sending it, though. I think you have a really good fundament of a song to work on in the future, and maybe to, I would say, get to a sound that really represents you and that can be played, all over Spotify and main stages.
Yeah.
That's what my feedback would be.
You can hear
on
he's
this
a good
one.
producer, so I think it's the right time to define your own artist, brand, sound, and make sure there's something in that will keep your attention going.
Exactly. Cosmic Skies is waiting for you on top of the world. Let's go, guys. Canada, 30 years old. Oh, there were two different windows open on this one. Let me go back to share my screen real quick. I don't know what it is with Verb, though, because it keeps not loading the page. Do you see? And we always say the same thing in demo drop.
Yeah, let's refresh it and we'll get it fixed the next one.
There we go. After 5 refreshes, it finally loads. There we go.
It's also weekend for Verb.
It's weekend for Verb. It's weekend. I saw this record here, Cosmic Skies on top of the world. Let's go, guys. Progressive House. Canada, 30 years old. Let's do this. First thoughts, really, really good.
Nice.
This really could be main stage Ultra Tomorrowland. I'm excited for the second drop. Jorik, real quick.
Reminds me of Martin Garrix in a positive way.
Yeah, it reminds me of Martin Garrix. If there's one artist you can think of that will play this record in the chat, let us know what you think. Put a name in the chat that you think that would support this record in their lives. Wow.
Nice.
What a great vibe. I got to say, great vocal, great vibe. I don't have anything to add. I think it's a great record. The only thing that I would say is maybe you can sound it, like make the drop sound a little bit bigger by stacking a few layers with a little reverb. And make sure it's not too close of Matisse and Satko, but
I can get nothing.
Yeah.
The melody wise. So
Yeah.
it's also good to maybe change up the melodies a little bit because you don't want to sound too similar to
you don't want to sound too
a
similar.
current song, but
Exactly.
it's like a 95% finished song already. So
I think so too.
really
I think
good
so
job
too.
and keep that progressive vibe alive. Really
Let's
good.
see what the chat. Let's see what the chat thinks. I'm gonna read a few. Armin van Buren make trance, and this is progressive house. I see some Lamar, Nicky Romero, Matisse and Satko. No Sleep of Garrix. This sound. It seems like vocals at some points are slightly off time. Then map music. Maybe that's something to work on. Thank you so much. Cosmic Skies is in the chat actually, so give him some love, give him some appreciation in the chat, guys. This man uploaded this record and definitely delivered a masterpiece, if you ask me. Great demo. Big up to you, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you very much for coming in.
It's so fun to
Kazek is
see.
saying,
Sorry, go on.
Kazek is saying just the vocal timing. And Kippertje is saying, hoi, ik typ Nederlands. Sam, wat leuk man. Ik typ Engels en Nederlands. En soms Italiaans. Ligt eraan wat ik heb gedronken. Jork, wat zei je?
No, I was saying like it's so fun to see like everybody who submitted their song are also watching the stream,
Are watching the stream.
interacting
I agree.
the chat. So
I
it's
agree.
much more fun for us also to give feedback for persons who are actually waiting, watching the stream, and be part of this
And be part of the episode.
experience.
Yeah.
So
That's the
really
reason
cool.
why we do it also. Like we want to have the people that upload their demos, we want to have them in the chat because and some of them are not able to make it because of work or school or whatever what reason, but they can watch the episode back and see if we, get
But
back to
80% of the time the people are in the chat, so that's really cool.
That's really cool. I have Gavin Fieller waiting. He is from Brazil, 17 years old. He made a record called Dopamine with the exclamation mark, My World. I'm excited for this one. It's not progressive house, it's deep house, but let's see what he has.
There's no need to be sorry. There's no need to be down. No. 'Cause as long as there's you and me here, we will always be one. So can you rock my world? The way I love you, it is so absurd. You know I want you now, so if you say I'm gonna lead the way with you at every turn, can you rock my world? World. So can you rock my world?
Chat, what do you think? First thoughts on this one? It's Dopamine, Gavin Fieller from Brazil.
So can you rock my world? The way I love you, it is so absurd. You know I want you now, so if you say I'm gonna lead the way with you at every turn, can you rock my world? World. So can you rock my world? So can you rock my world? The way I love you, it is so absurd. You know I want you now, so if you say I'm gonna lead the way with you at every turn, can you rock my world? World.
Jorik.
Yeah, I was just walking in because I needed
He
to
was
go-
away. He was away for half of the record. Okay, so
So
chat.
you need to go. Go.
I'm
on
gonna
it.
read. I'm gonna read a few of the replies in the chat, guys, on this one, because I think in the beginning of this record I was like, I'm not sure, and then the drop came. I'm like, actually, this guy made a dope record. It's different and it sounds pretty dope. And I can only appreciate people that try to take a different turn than the obvious. So yeah, no, I think it was a really great take. And yeah, maybe the vocal could use some work. Maybe it's not the most interesting vocal in the world, but you know, fuck it. It was a great beat and it was different. And you need to have some courage, you know, to do something like this that sounds really different from most of the records that are out there, and you know that you're gonna score with. So yeah, I think I loved it, and I would definitely change the vocal. But other than that, I think if you work on your mix down a little bit, give the kick and the bass a little bit more character. It sounds a little bit digital still. You can use like the surfer EQ, like I mentioned, but maybe the camel fat, a little bit of camel fat. Maybe use an interesting.
You know, speaking of Camel Fat, you know, the Camel Fat, the act, the artist, they got the name from the plugin.
Oh, really?
It wasn't in the interview. So they, from the Camel Fat audio plugin, they got the artist name from that plugin. So
That's interesting. That's
fact,
interesting.
some
I didn't know
facts.
that. That's some real good fact. Yeah, we got Din and Vic waiting. They're definitely a part of the demo drop. They had their release slumped on Protocol Recordings not too long ago. One of the first acts to release an actual song
they was
through a
the
demo
first
drop.
one.
They were the first ones. So they uploaded the record on page number 7 from the Netherlands, 30 years old. Oblique is waiting for us. Din and Vic, I'm excited to hear what they have for us. I see Wux also. Guys, do you have any weekend plans? Let us know in the chat. Is there anything that you're gonna do? At least in the Netherlands, we're able to do something again. We can go to restaurants, we can go to bars. At 10 they close, but still. I'll be playing this tune. Guys, I gotta be honest, I think this is an incredible demo. Din and Vic here in the building. What an incredible song sound selection here. Yeah, I love it. Oblique. Chat, what do you think? I see people that love the drop. I see people that I think are not a big fan, but I think it's a really, really dope sounding record. Unique sounds. It's got a unique taste to it. It's got a unique, I don't know, feel to it. Jorik, if you have any feedback.
Yeah, the fun thing is you hear it's a Dinavik track because of the percussion, and they use some stuff from the Slump track, but not. It's not sounding like a copy paste of Slumped. So that's also good for an artist. You need to reproduce some of your older sounds.
I agree.
And keep evolving. My main feedback would be sometimes I think the main synth sound a bit too heavy, too big. Is it like the sound or the melody was cool? Because that dragged me off a little bit of the cool, clubby, groovy sound. It was sometimes too aggressive, too big. So maybe we can tone it down a little bit or change the sounds a little bit. But the melody is cool. That before the drop or on
I think the synth pattern that's playing, I would maybe divide it in two, because now it's a really long synth thing going on before it goes back to the groove. I would maybe divide it by two, so it goes back to the groove a little bit earlier.
Yeah, because it gets me off a little bit, not too much, but I think there's some room for improvement. But yeah,
I agree.
It's a really good production again from the guys.
People in the chat, guys, I'm going to read some of the comments. Definitely something you will play in the beginning of your sets, Nicky Rimna's music. Maybe you're right. Yes, it's a bit too wide. That's what Havoc is saying. Drop your demo live in the chat. Niet lijpen. Exactly. And the only thing you have to do is click the link in the chat right now. So, Oppie, okay, chat. What kind of pizza should I order? Oppie, I would go for Hawaii. Obviously, props, man. That's what DJ DVV is saying. This is extremely weird because it sounds exactly like our song and it has been getting played out as an ID. Might be nothing, but honestly, I thought it was our song. That's what Joe Sando is saying. That's interesting. Sometimes people can work on the same sample packs or the same synth packs, or maybe that's something that contributes. I have no idea. I wasn't part of it. So let's finish this demo drop with a progressive house banger where Rimnas is saying, I think it's a really good track. That's what Theo7 is saying. Number 1 prog. Kristen Games wants to hear progressive house. Yeah, okay, guys. We're definitely going to play a progressive house record, but I saw Wooks in the chat also, and I think he is a big part of demo drop also. He made a new song called Vodka and Sprite. Well, let's start the weekend right. The glasses here are wrinkling, and I think it's time to play his record. Let's go.
Let's go.
I really love this one, man.
Like the vocal there.
It could be like a great after-hours track also. This slaps, that's what Matiso Music is saying. This one is slapping. Goedemorgen Nicky en Jet. Goedemorgen Warstyler. This is 10 out of 10 by Oppie. This screams drank too much. That's what Kazek is saying. Ik vind de track goed, lekker, maar veel producers maken deze tunes. That's what DJ DVW is saying. He said in Dutch, actually, I like the track, but a lot of people produce records like these. Well, I mean, I'm not sure. I think Wooks is kind of unique, though. This is a great track. Whispers it to me. Would love to play it in our sets. That's what Joe Sando is playing. Wooks, sometimes in the chat. If you're watching, thank you so much for contributing. And actually, this episode of Demo Drop is about to end, but I'm not gonna end this episode without something special. Now, there's two things on this episode that we promised to do, and one is we were gonna give away a stem and actually a master session for an artist that wants to put their record out on, you know, whatever label they want, but have their song professionally mixed by Instigate Studios. Now, that's what's gonna happen because I think we have an idea, Jorik, who we're gonna give away this. What do you think?
I think there was one track that we both were really immersed to, and we already had like a movie scene, actors, like the right combination. You were mentioning John Wick, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't know who more, but I think the guy, I'm not sure what the name again was, but the guy from Norway.
Yeah, I'm gonna look him up. I think I put it on the like list. Let me see. Was it Ghost? Yeah, it was Ghost. It was this one, guys. This one. What an incredible record this was. I think we can, you know, you can say what you want, but this guy definitely made the most remarkable track of this demo drop. What an incredible record. But before we're going to play this one in full shape, I think it's fair to say that this guy just definitely won the stem mixing because, you know, Jorik, what do you think? Chat, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm seeing if he is in the chat, but I'm not sure. But yeah, this is the winner for us for today.
Has to be the winner.
So
John Wick.
John Wick.
John Wick, how can we say no? What an insane record. But before we're going to listen to that one, we wanted to play something special. Like I said in the beginning of this episode, we had a crazy production camp last week for my own Nicky Romero sound. And there's a lot of records being made. But there was one I wanted to play for you guys. It's only one drop. It's only one break. And I really want to know how you guys like this new Nicky Romero track that is not out yet. It's not even finished yet. It doesn't have a name yet. But this is something that we start off with after, let's say, a couple of hours of work. And yeah, I just feel strong. I don't know. I'm not going to say too much. Let me know what you think of this one. The work title was Lose My Mind. Exclusively here on Twitch, Demo Drop. A new Nicky Romero demo. Let me know what you think in the chat. Let's go. Hype in the chat. Hype in the chat. Chat, what do you think? Pol is up. Rate the song. A new Nicky Romero. I have to contribute, to Demo Drop myself as well this time. It's a new sound that we're developing. It's not necessarily a sound that you know. It's something that I wanted to try out. But I really, really strongly felt like this is a direction I can go for this year's main stage sound that we have for Nicky Romero next to all the progressive house things. Let's do it one more time. Because it's Twitch, because it's Demo Drop number 10. Let's do it one more time. I would say turn the volume up. Crank the speakers on this one, especially that first drop. It's so dry. Let me know what you think. Put him up, put him up. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lose My Mind, Nicky Romero. It's a first draft, guys. It's not even finished yet. It's one of the results of the production camp, and we have 9 more in different kind of genres. But I think this was definitely my favorite of producing in the last week. Let me know what you think. We're gonna close off this episode. We're going to close off this episode with the one track that, next to all the other amazing demos that really stood out, if you ask me. This record, there is no record like this one. I don't think I've ever heard a record on Demo Drop like this record. Ghosts.
He's in the chat, I saw.
He's in the chat. It's Illumine. The record is called Ghost. He's from Norway. And you, my friend, won the stem mixing here at Instigate Studios. Woo! What an incredible track. And it's so different. I want to thank everybody for watching this episode of Demo Drop. We're going to be back first Friday of the month in the new setup. Jorik van der Pol, thank you so much for helping me out in this one.
Thanks everybody. Amazing demos again. And thank you also, Nicky, for this new environment for the Demo Drop.